What's good, YouTube? It's your man CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, here at Clinical right now. We are at Dawn Farms Recovery Center right now. I actually like this today. We got a lot of animals. Look at all the goats, all the animals. That's pretty cool. I actually like this clinical today. Some donkeys. Donkeys. Uh-oh. They going at it. They going at it. Don't spit on me.
Totally different for me. Right.
Yep, that's what we be doing at Clinical. Going to the barnyard with the animals. I'm surprised one of these animals haven't spit on me yet. But that's good. That's good. This clinical has actually been quite enjoyable. I'm going to talk more about it when I get in the car. So we are here today at Dawn Farms for part of our clinical. Dawn Farms is a place where people who are addicted to drugs and alcohol go, and they go to get help and to get clean. So this was actually quite an enjoyable experience compared to the other experiences that we've had over the last 4 weeks. So get one last shot before we go. A lot of land is cold in a mug out here. So yeah. Now that clinical, like I said, was an enjoyable experience, but this mental health class has not been an enjoyable experience whatsoever. And although it is the easiest of the programs, it's still it's almost unbearable. Now we have my teacher, she's nice. My teacher is very nice. But she just reads from the book, and it's kind of hard to stay awake because usually I'm used to our teachers being somewhat animated. But, her job is to give us the information. And our clinical instructor, that's another story. When I graduate, I will tell you all about that. But I'll just say this. She's very different. Very different. But it is what it is. But, like I said, really 2 weeks to go left in this class. My first test, as y'all know, I got a 98. The second one I didn't do so hot. I got an 89, which is still good, but me, I wanted to do better. But taking into granted that I only had a week to study the new material, I had a week to study 2 weeks worth of material. So I thought I did pretty good under those circumstances. I mean, anything over an 80 is good because you pass it, and that's really all that matters. So that's that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wild ride so far. It's definitely been a wild ride. So recently, my school has been sending out flyers and information sessions about different hospitals and how they're looking for student nurses and applying to different hospitals to possibly get into their system as far as picking a specialty and doing all that stuff. And I think that's probably been the one thing that I've been struggling with so far, not exactly knowing what I want to do prior to when I graduate. I have an idea, but I just don't know, because like I said, I really want to travel, get it in, and do all that kind of stuff. But I do realize we are in a climate right now to where it is very important to be a skilled nurse at this point. At least from how I see things that are going, and it is very important to be a marketable nurse. So a few options came through that our school has sent from a couple different hospitals. I know next week, one of the hospitals, they're having like a hiring fair to where you could talk to managers and everything like that, and possibly extern. And how I look at it is that I'm trying to gain the skills necessary to be as marketable as possible. Now, I do realize that I actually have to enjoy what I do to some extent. So I think that's a positive thing about this potential externship. One of them I definitely applied for. It was for an externship in the cardiac ICU, and the one I'm going to next week, they have opportunities for critical care, ER, labor and delivery, surgery, like a surgical nurse, OR, all kind of stuff. So there are different opportunities all over the place. And like I said, I actually thought about going into the hospital as an LPN just to get my foot in the door. But I'm kind of like, at this point, like, to me, I'm just like, nah, I'm kind of turned off because I talked to one of the LPNs at the hospital that I was thinking about going to, and I just don't like the way that the roles are set up. And I figure I just wait until I get my RN. But on the flip side, that is a foot in the door, especially if I'm trying to get into a specialty. But we'll just see. When I go to this hiring fair next week, I'm going to let them know straight up, like, yo, I'm not interested in being an LPN at the hospital, but I want to extern. And I want to extern in either ER or ICU, but a specialty. I know some people say, you should start off in med surg and everything like that, but I've been in med surg for a while, and I really want to get skills under my belt. That's the objective. So I'm even like, I said I was gonna take like a year off and work a really easy nursing job and travel, but I just need to hurry up and get my year in, because once I get my year in the hospital system, I can do what I want to do. I can make my own schedule, I can float, I can do all that kind of stuff. And being skilled in the specialty makes it that much sweeter. So my goal as of now is to get into a hospital with a specialty. Couple hospitals around my area have walk-ins to where you could walk in every week, and I'm just trying to get the best experience that I can possibly get. So that's how I'm looking at it. A lot of people ask me, CJ, why do you want to go into the ICU? And honestly, one, I got the shadow in the ICU, so that was cool. And I saw how detailed the experience was, and I saw the kind of care that you have to provide in the ICU, and it gives you the opportunity to stick with one or two or whatever the ratio is, but they're usually low ratios, and it gives you the opportunity to stick with those ratios and a chance to really learn about whatever disease process is going on, whatever situation they're going through. It gives you the opportunity to learn that. And I feel those are the type of critical skills and critical thinking that will really benefit me in the long run. A nurse also told me when I was, early in my LPN career, that you have to look at this as a business. Your nursing license is literally a business. Whether you treat it like one or not is up to you, but it's still a business at the end of the day. And that is the reason why you see so many nurses that are broke, because they make bad business decisions. You see nurses that are not broke, because they've made good business decisions, but it's a business decision nonetheless. With that being said, I think it's wonderful if you can find yourself a passion within this game, but my mindset and the way I'm wired is a little different. I am trying to get to the point of financial independence when it comes to nursing, and I don't want to wait several years to make that happen, especially if I have the opportunity to gain skills that will make me more marketable in the market. You dig what I'm saying? So I treat this as a business. I treat it as a business, straight up. And to me, being in the ICU or being in the ER and gaining those skills puts you in a position to where if there's a travel assignment coming up, if there's a strike assignment coming up or something like that, you become first in line. You dig what I'm saying? And it puts you in a position like, okay, this person has this under this belt, this certification. Let's give him what he asking for. Let's give her what she asking for. You dig what I'm saying? And that's my whole purpose right now, is to build financial independence. I feel like I will get to the point in my nursing career a little bit later to where, it's something that I'm doing because I quote unquote love it. You feel me? And you never know. I could fall in love with the ICU. So I'm just taking it day by day. But the way I'm looking at this right now is a business, and me acquiring those skills, even with me wanting to go the route I'm thinking about going down later on, it's still gonna make me that much more valuable in their eyes, just because I simply have that background to begin with. So that's how I'm looking at this thing. I just don't want to limit myself, and I always want to be in a position to where the options are coming to me. I always want to be in a position to where, as a person that is a business prospect as a nurse, and you as a business entity that is looking to get me to come to you, I've always wanted to be the type to be so good that you have to court me. You feel me? You have to sway me. This is a business opportunity for both of us. You understand that I'm a nurse that is highly skilled and that is willing to work and that is willing to do what I have to do to put in the work. And you are the one that, for now, is writing the checks until we get to that financial independence that we building right now through these different avenues and these different side hustles and working as a nurse. You dig what I'm saying? So, but that's the beauty of nursing. You don't have to go my route. There's plenty of different other routes you can go. But this is what, in my mind, is one of the quickest ways to financial independence. But you don't have to go my route. There's so many other options. Everybody is not in it for the same reason that I'm doing it, and that's completely fine. So that's pretty much it, man. So let me know, to all you student nurses out there, all you new grads, what was something that you did, or what was a specialty that you went into when you first graduated? Did you do med surg, ERs, OR, labor and delivery, mother baby? What did you do? And do you think it was the best decision for you at the time you made the decision? Let me know in the comments. Let's continue this conversation. Yeah. So until next time, if you don't do nothing else, get paid, young nurse, get paid. Peace.